Hello. I kind of don't want to answer questions because it's a holiday, but I'm still going to because this is the Q and A with the Android guy. Happy holidays, happy holidays. Okay, I'm sorry, I'll just start. So yes. You guys have questions? Do you guys really have any questions? Do I need to answer any questions? Yes, you do. And yes, I do. So let's start. First of all, with McKitty Slasher. That is probably one of the most interesting names I've read off thus far. So they have a question. They're a big gaming fan, and they know that the Note 10.1 isn't necessarily the best for gaming because of, not every game title works for it. So they had a question because, they do own the Note 2 and they love it for gaming, but they're trying to figure out what the best tablet for them is. So they're debating between the Asus and the Nexus 10 and looking for recommendations. I like the Asus for the feel, but hate that it only has 1 gig of RAM. I've heard it has about it having lagging issue. No one has the Nexus 10 for me to play around with, so I can't say anything about it. Please give me your input, and that would be nice. So my advice is a little bit mixed. So in terms of graphics, the Nexus 10 is by far better. It also has a much better screen. Not only because the resolution is better, but PLS technology I feel is far superior compared to IPS, which the Asus has, so your screen quality will be better. That being said, also your graphics processor is far superior compared to the Asus NVIDIA processor, so that would be far better for all the games. However, for Tegra's games, so I suggest you look into the Tegra Zone games, and you can look at this even on like your Android phone, your Note 2, you can look at it. And for Tegra Zone, take a look at, or even search it online, take a look at the games that are there. Because a lot of them that say THD are only available if you have a Tegra processor and graphics card. For that reason, if you do really like those games, you might want to lean towards the Asus. And that's the only reason why. On games that are on both platforms, so say such as like Gameloft games or EA games, any of those games will play far better on the Nexus 10 compared to the Asus. In terms of RAM, of course, what you know is true, that more RAM will help out better. Not to mention that the Nexus 10 has a far better processor. It's actually a next-gen processor. It's kind of like comparing a PS2 to a PS3 processor. It's far better, and it's just going to move a lot quicker. Even though it's a dual-core, it is still by far faster compared to the quad-core on the Asus. So, there you have it. I overall would recommend the Nexus 10, as long as you are okay with not having the NVIDIA games. So check those NVIDIA games out and see if anyone is like a make it or break it, deal breaker for you. If it is, then you want it. If it's not, then you're fine. Alright, the second one I wanted to do because I thought it was kind of fun, and I have to choose 10 questions, so I'm going to comment on this one. Miss Rebel 734 made a response that Ricky, the S3, got the update from 4.1.1 to 4.2.1. Get it right, ask the Android guy. So I thought this was funny. It's really a comment more than a question, but the reason I decided to put this on here because it was effectively putting me on blast when actuality she had the wrong numbers. In the US, pretty much all carriers got 4.1.1. Very few carriers and very few S3s out on the market right now have 4.1.2, not 4.2.1. 4.2.1 isn't on no Galaxy S3 on the market. It's actually not even on the Note 2. They barely got 4.1.2. The only devices that have 4.2.1 is Nexus devices. No one else has that. So I thought it was funny that Miss Rebel 734 was putting me on blast, and well then, rude. Yeah, but guys, no, I'm just playing with her. She's really cool. I've heard her, seen her comments before. I've hopefully helped her out on times, but I had to comment on that because I thought it was funny. On the U.S. carriers, they upgrade to 4.1.1. On I think only I forgot which carrier it was, but one of them upgraded to 4.1.2. However, 4.2.1 is the new Jelly Bean, which allows you to have lock screen options and all these kind of things. The only way you can get that on any device except for Nexus is by rooting. But no OTA update or over-the-air updates can do that. So there you go. All right. Barbara S commented. So on one of my videos, I did the flip covers were one of the best. They were the best case in my opinion for the Note 2. And I had two people, including Barbara S, kind of like, well, I don't know about that because of the protection or lack thereof. And the way I see a case, it should be one of two cases. The first case is for pure protection. This is for the people that dropped their device, that are prone to cracking it, dropping it, all that kind of stuff. I am not one of those people. I'm very careful with my phones. I've had very good luck with it. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Never really dropped my phone to the point where it didn't work. I have dropped my phone before, and I've dropped it with the flip cover, and nothing's gone wrong with it. But I've never had those kind of bad experiences, luckily. However, for those people, I do recommend OtterBoxes. Obviously, you guys, if you drop your phone a lot, you need protection. So OtterBox is probably the best one I recommend that I've seen out there. And I'll go more into her question in a second. And then the other kind of case is the minimal case. So the minimal case is for people like me that I do want to protect. I do want to protect it a little bit, but it's more of the fact that I just kind of want to protect the screen. It's in my pocket, so I just don't want it to get messed up at all. So that's why the flip cover is really nice, because it protects my screen the entire time, which is really nice. It is a harder back compared to the built-in back. It's the thicker coat of polycarbonate that's on the device, so it's basically a thicker, more durable plastic compared to the original one that gets on there. Also, it has a screen protector built in, which I find really nice because you can actually clean your screen by going like this. As well as it can offer a kickstand. If you prop it up the correct way, it's not as easy as it looks, but you can do that. And finally, if you have the sun, you can block it from it. But this is a great minimalistic case because it replaces the back, it doesn't add thickness, which most cases do, and I hate that. And they add weight, which this hardly adds any. So because of that reason, I like this case. So I either say go the minimalistic way or go the durable way. Now there's obviously lots of in between, and that's why we have so many cases. But those are the two that I say would be the best for each extreme. Now, in Barbara's case, she has dropped her phone a couple times, and she actually broke OtterBoxes, which is impressive, Barbara. I have to say that is very impressive. I've never heard of that. That's why I was impressed by that. And do I recommend the Defender, or would the Commuter be okay? I would say for the Note 2, the Defender makes it a little too big, in my opinion. I would recommend the Commuter. However, the Defender, of course, I believe the Commuter does not come with a clip case, so if you did want the clip, I believe you do have to get the Defender anyway. I think the Commuter is adequate enough, but if you've broken ones before, you might want to get the Defender. It is more protection, and it is better at it. The Ballistic, I've heard, is a really good one, but I don't see needing anything more than Defender. That's in my opinion, which is what you asked for. And thank you for the appreciation and saying that you learned a lot on the videos. I hope to keep making these videos to help out, and I hope it's really good for that purpose. But yes, I recommend the Commuter, in my opinion. If you're really prone to dropping, then maybe get the Defender. The Commuter should be fine, in my opinion, in terms of protection. But I, for one, when I get those kind of cases, I can't put it in my pocket as easily, so I usually like the clip. So if it were me, I don't know which one I'd get. I might get the Defender just because of the clip, or if I can find a clip that fits the Commuter, I just might go with that. But yes, there it is. I think the computer is fine for protection, but if you drop a lot, then you might want to get the Defender. So there you go. Restless Cobra asks, would you be able to do a screen comparison from the Nexus 10 and the Asus TF700, please? I know you like the Note 10.1 better than the Asus 700, but taking into account the Asus docking keyboard, which tablet would you like? An all-around better tablet. You know, the Nexus 10, 32 gigabyte, and the Asus 700, the Infinity Pad, for $450 compared to the Nexus 10 being $499. You know, which one would you go for? So, I do not have access to a Nexus 700 anymore at this time. I could try to see if someone has it, but I do not expect to do that video in the near future. Unfortunately, I just don't have anyone that has that one. I have friends that have the Prime, but not the Nexus, not the Asus 700. So we won't be doing a video on it at least too quickly unless I can find someone that has it. However, I did want to bring up, keeping the Asus keyboard dock in mind, I just feel that, you know, so if you just get the tablet, the Asus is cheaper, of course, and you have a micro SD card slot so you can expand the memory, whereas the Nexus you can't. However, in terms of pricing, that quickly changes because it becomes $550 with the keyboard, up to $600 depending on if you don't get the keyboard on sale or not. Which obviously will drive the price up pretty quickly because the keyboard is either $149 or $99 if it's on sale. Right now you can find it on sale, so it's really good for the price. However, overall, it's kind of hard right now. I would say if it's just a tablet without the keyboard, I would say the Nexus 10 is overall just a better device. It has a better screen, has better quality. It's not less expensive for the price, and you don't get a micro SD card slot. However, most users never go over 32 gigs of built-in storage. If you're crazy like me, you have over 150 apps, then you might go over 32 gigs. Most people don't. And that's just because I test out so many games and so many apps for you guys and everything like that. So that's why I have that many. But most people will never have that many. So overall, I can't see giving too much space except for the keyboard dock. However, if in a month from now, maybe at CES, we hear about a Nexus 10 keyboard dock, which would be amazing, and it would make me, like, you know, keep the Nexus forever. Well, till another one comes out. Basically, I think that would make it kind of over the top. Like, nothing the Asus has is better than that. Now, this is my opinion, of course. I haven't compared them side by side. However, seeing as how the Note 10.1 did beat out the Asus, like you said, and the Nexus slightly even beat out the Note, you can kind of see that, you know, since one beat that one and that one beat the other one, then by, you know, order that the Nexus 10 should beat, the Nexus 10 would beat the Asus. Now, we didn't do it side by side, but in terms of even like speaker quality, which the Nexus lost to the Note 10.1, the Nexus still has better speakers than the Asus did, because the Asus had it on the back. It was a mono speaker. Well, it was one speaker with stereo sound, mono sound. Yeah. But yeah, so if you're a student, because you didn't tell me, I'm making sure you didn't tell me what you were using it for. So if you're a student, the keyboard would obviously play a much bigger role. However, if you're not typing up a lot of documents, then the Asus really doesn't have any appeal for you. So there you have it. Although the Infinity Pad has a really nice screen, and definitely I would say nice when compared to the iPad, comparing it to the Nexus 10 is on a whole nother level, simply because it only doesn't have a better resolution, but it has a PLS screen, which I feel is far superior compared to the IPS Plus screen that the Asus has. But yes, just from seeing both screens, you know, when I saw the Infinity Pad, I didn't see anything like, wow, you know, I saw like, you know, okay, the iPad versus this has a good screen quality, but the Nexus 10 really made me go like, wow, like this is just on a whole nother level. I've never seen anything like this. So I would say the Nexus 10 is better overall. If you are a student though, you might want to have the keyboard, so Let me know if you do watch this video, you know, what you're using it for, and maybe I can answer on the next week more details. Um, Josh, Joshua Bracken, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Joshua asked me about the PS3 controller to the Nexus 10. What type of adapter am I using? Must the Nexus 10 be rooted? So the type of adapter that I use for all of my videos with is a micro USB to female USB, and this is the Samsung official adapter. So you can actually go to Samsung's website, Samsung USA, if you're in the States. If you're in another country, you know, just go to your Samsung for your country mobile's website, and basically under the accessories you'll see a micro USB to female USB, and this will work for pretty much every device out there, which is really nice. I don't always recommend going for the cheaper route. I did this myself. I got like a $5 cable like this on Amazon. It didn't work. And then, sorry, I'm recovering from my cold. It didn't work. And then I just ended up wasting money, and I didn't want to return it because it's like, it's $5. Like, I don't really feel like returning it for that price. And so I just kind of was like, you know what, I'm not going to go for a $10 one, I'm just going to get the Samsung official one so I know it'll work. And this has worked with, you know, the Note 2, the S3, the Nexus 7, and the Nexus 10, which is the video you're asking about. So that adapter has worked. I recommend it just because you know it's going to work for everything. Just be careful if you go the cheaper route. That's all I have to, as a caution, I went there, I did that, and there you have it. Now the other thing is, does it have to be rooted? No. To use the cable, it does not have to be rooted, which is one of the best things about it. Is all of the devices that I talked about worked natively with the PS3 controller. So it does not have to be rooted, it actually works natively. With emulators, you can actually lay out which buttons do what, so it's perfect for that. And with games like Shadowgun that take controller input, they're pre-mapped and it runs fine with it. So yes, you do not have to be rooted. And the adapter that I use is the Samsung micro USB to female USB. Alright. I don't know this name. Topi Kexabi? I'm really sorry. It's Topekxabi. I'm sorry, I can't say your name. I don't know, I'm sorry. You asked for the Sony smartwatch. Can you use this watch without an Android phone? No. The smartwatch from Sony works with an Android phone. It needs to have an Android phone to work. That's where it gets its data from. Sony, since the release, has been able to tell time without the Android device, but it has to be linked up to the Android device, at least from the beginning, to tell time. So no, the short answer is no, you cannot use it without the Android. You need an Android phone to use it, or an Android device even. I've heard of tablets, some working with it. As long as you can download the smartwatch app from Sony, it should work with your device. So some tablets even work with it, or MP3 players even work with it. But you do need to be able to download that app, and you need an Android device to make it work. Brandon Mills asked on the Samsung Galaxy Player 3.6 review. Question, does the Samsung Galaxy Player support Flash Player, Adobe Flash Player? Yes, it does. It does support Adobe Flash. It doesn't come installed as it anymore, I believe. So check out my video on Ask the Android Guy 1.0 on how to install Adobe Flash. I believe I said it on Jelly Bean. It's the same exact principle. Click the same link and it will take you to download the Flash Player, and then it'll work with a web browser. I do recommend Dolphin Browser. It's been the one tested on the new Flash since Adobe stopped supporting it and users took over. I do recommend using Dolphin. It's just the one that works the best with it. I've heard of people having problems with Opera and Firefox, so I do recommend using Dolphin Browser instead. Okay. George Shawcroft asked on my for the Q&A number 3. He actually addressed it for Q&A number 3, so I was like, oh, well, I have to just ask then, you know. Does putting the screen protector on the Galaxy Note 10.1 affect the S Pen? Yes. Putting a screen protector on any Note device effectively does mess. It messes a little with the S Pen, and it also does something that you don't want to happen. I've had several people talk to me about this, but basically, what happens is when you put a screen protector on a Note device, I don't put screen protectors on devices. I have this to protect my screen, and it's Gorilla Glass, so it shouldn't break otherwise. But the thing with the screen protector is, I had a friend that wrote something like a joke and wrote "sucks," and as soon as you turned his screen off, he could see the word "sucks" on his screen protector because the S Pen wrote it. So it didn't like rub off as easily. Like he actually had to wipe it off on the screen protector. So if you don't actually wipe off your screen protector, you'll see like things you actually write, and you'll see a whole bunch of lines in every drawing you did on the S Pen. So for one, it's not as accurate. It does decrease the accuracy, and two, you'll see a bunch of lines and everything like that, and you have to kind of wipe it off just for you to see your screen again. I mean, if it bothers you when your screen is off fingerprints, I'm sure that lines on your device will make it even worse. So, yes, I wouldn't recommend a screen protector for any Note device because of the S Pen. It's just not a good idea. I don't recommend it. So there you go. All right. For Robin, spelled Robyn, he emailed me and saying he recently bought the Asus TF300, which was one of the best ones I recommended for students and people that are entering for Android, especially for the low price. And was looking for a how-to video on like learning the layout, apps, settings. He's using it primarily for internet, talking, viewing photos at work, and he wants to learn how to use it, because he has to teach his staff on it. And I was kind of like, hey, I have like 300 videos on YouTube, and you were asking me for other YouTube videos? I actually have these videos, Robin, and so I have a 2-part video on how to set up your tablet, and it takes you through the entire step process of how to set up the device. First of all, we do have another video on how to set up your Play Store as well. So how to set up the Google Play Store, which I believe at the time was referred to as the Android Market because I think it was a little bit earlier, but the same layout, how to set it up, is there. And how to set up your screen. I don't know if I did one for the tablet, but I will be doing one specifically because of your question, so you can see that video soon. In terms of, I've also done must-have apps, so must-have apps that you should have, so check out that video as well. There's lots of introductory videos. I would say take a look at my channel more so, and you will find a lot of videos that are great on how to start up and how to set up everything. One, because it is in the workplace, I would suggest also taking a look at the OnLive desktop video that I did, because that'll teach you how you can use Office, Microsoft Office on your device, as well as the Polaris Office video, which is an app that you have inside of your device. So hopefully all of these will teach you how to use your device. If there's anything more specific you want, let me know, and I might just do a video for you. I mean, that's the kind of service that I'm trying to provide here for you. I'm just trying to do a video for you guys. So yes, hopefully that will help start you off. And if you have any other videos you want to see, let me know. I definitely have no problems with doing it and showing you how to set up the device and anything else you need. Okay? So hopefully that helps. And for the last one, I have to sip water a little bit. Water always tastes better from the Google Cup. Christopher Michaels asks, I have 2 questions, if I may. One, do you have any idea when the Note 10.1 is getting the Jelly Bean update? Believe me, I am waiting for it. I do not know. I would hope that since they are doing YouTube videos for the Premium Suite Jelly Bean update already on YouTube, That it will be coming out to the US soon. Even on the YouTube video, it does say disclaimer, release may vary upon a country or region that you are in. But I am desperately waiting for it. I would hope it would be Q1 of 2013, so I don't expect it this month for the rest of the month, but I do hopefully expect it in January, I'm hoping. But if not, I would say January, February, March. I would see it as uncharacteristic at this point for them to wait as long as March, but I do see it happening in January. I'm hoping at least. I see it late as February, but I really see it more January. I'm hoping. So that's hoping, but just from knowing Samsung and kind of knowing when they do updates, I feel that it'll come out in January. So yes, especially yes, I just hope that that would happen. Hopefully, we'll see. Your second question. In your Note 10.1 versus Nexus 10, what was the wallpaper that you showed was like cities and like clouds rolling by and water rolling by and everything like that? Well, that one was, no, let me check, because I had to look this one up because I forgot which app it was. It's called True Weather Cities. So that is the app that I used during that video, and it's a 1080p live wallpaper, so that's why I used it, you know, to show off the Nexus quality. Unfortunately, the camcorder didn't pick it up that well. We did recently get a new camcorder, that's why I'm so clear now in this one. So you'll be able to see a real difference in the new Nexus 10 ones, and we're actually going to do a Nexus 10 gaming comparison with the Note 10.1 probably next week. So yeah, so hopefully you guys will like that, and that was the one. It was I already forgot it already. True Weather Cities, and hopefully the Note 10.1 will get Jelly Bean next year, early next year. Alright guys, well that was all the questions I had time for today. Hope you guys have happy holidays, and I'm going to try to put out videos next week even though it will be the holidays, but they might be like a day or two later. So just FYI from the Android guy. Alright guys, enjoy. Happy holidays.